Captain Rehan stood still on the command deck of the starship Nova Flame. His eyes were fixed on the giant screen in front of him. One by one, stars were disappearing from the sky. "They're burning out," whispered his second officer. "Young woman named Kara." "No," Rehan replied, his voice cold. "They're being destroyed." Silence in the room was heavy. Everyone watched as another dot of light vanished in the black space. News. It already spread across the galaxy. Whole star systems were being wiped out. No one knew how. No one knew why. But almost every finger was pointing at one place. Earth. It started 3 weeks ago. A mining colony near the Vega system was destroyed in seconds. Then, the trade routes near Alpha Thorn were hit. Satellites picked up strange energy before they went dark. Witnesses said they saw black light and burning space before losing signal. And then came the worst part. The message. The Galactic Council received a short, cold transmission from an unknown source. It said only one thing: the humans have awakened the fire. After that, war began. Earth was blamed. Many alien empires believed humans had made some secret weapon. The Peace Council demanded answers, but Earth gave no reply, no explanation, no signal, just silence. Rehan didn't believe the story. He had met humans before. He had even lived on Earth for a short time. He knew they were strange, curious, emotional, but not monsters. Not killers, but silence is dangerous. And Earth's silence was loud now, as more stars died. The Council was preparing to attack Earth. Ships were being built, fleets were being moved. A full invasion was coming. Rehan had one chance, one mission, one choice. He had to find the truth. Ours. Later, Rehan stood in his private quarters, looking at an old photo. It showed him and a human friend, Captain Alina Stones, miling on a beach. That was 10 years ago. Alina was missing now. She was one of the first to go silent after the Vega attack. He touched the photo and spoke softly. "Alina." "You do?" Suddenly, his ship's AI interrupted. "Captain, deep space signal has been detected." "From where?" "The far side of Earth's moon." That was strange. That side was supposed to be empty. "Play it," Rehan ordered. The message was broken, filled with static, but one part was clear. Project Sky Ghost. Activating Earth, not the cause. Prepare for the truth. Rehan's eyes widened. Sky Ghost. He had only heard that name once, in a classified file that was immediately deleted after reading. "What is Project Sky Ghost?" Kara asked from the doorway. She had entered quietly. Rehan turned slowly. "I don't know," he said. "But I think Earth is hiding something. Something big." The next day, Rehan's ship approached Earth. It was quiet, too quiet. No defense ships, no satellites. The planet looked dead. But when they got closer, the sensors went crazy. Underground power, strange readings, hidden structures. "Sir," Kara said, "we are being scanned." "By who?" "Don't know. The signal is old. Not alien, but not normal human tech either." Suddenly the ship stopped moving. "What just happened?" Rehan shouted. "Something has locked us in place," the pilot yelled. "We can't move." Then a voice came. "From all directions, this is Earth. You have crossed the silent zone. Do not come closer." Rehan stood up. "This is Captain Rehan of the Galactic Council. We need answers. Are you responsible for the star attacks?" A long pause followed. Then, the voice answered, "No. We were sleeping. We did not start this. But if the galaxy wants war, we are ready." The screen showed the dark side of the moon. Something moved. Not one ship. Not two. Dozens huge shapes rose from the shadows. Black, silent, glowing with deep red energy. Rehan's. Heart-pounded Earth had a fleet, a secret fleet. A hidden army, Kara whispered. "What are those?" Rehan's voice was dry. "I think. The real Earth has just woken up." The fleet behind the moon did not move. It only watched. Hundreds of black warships floated in silence, their red lights blinking like angry eyes. Ship Nova Flame remained locked in place. Kara stepped closer to Rehan. "Sir, should we send a warning to the Council?" Rehan shook his head slowly. Not yet. We don't know what we're dealing with, the voice from Earth returned. Cold, clear, and calm. You are not in danger. We are not your enemy. But if attacked, we will respond. Rehan replied quickly. Then help us understand. The galaxy believes Earth started this war. The Council is preparing a full strike. Why are you silent? There was a pause, and the voice answered, because the galaxy is not ready for the truth. Before Rehan could ask more, the signal cut off. The ships behind the moon turned, slowly disappearing into deep space, leaving no trace. Suddenly, Nova Flame was free. Engines worked again. They could move. Where did the fleet go? Kara asked. Back. Into hiding, Rehan said. They showed themselves only for a moment, like a warning. Back at the Galactic Council headquarters, leaders from across the stars shouted over each other. The news of Earth's hidden fleet had reached them. Earth is planning a massive attack. They've built weapons in secret. They're dangerous. We must destroy them first. Rehan stood in the center of the room trying to calm the chaos. Earth said they didn't start this. They said they were only sleeping. Alien General growled, and we should believe that. Rehan stepped forward. I saw their ships, saw how powerful they are, but they didn't fire. Didn't chase us. They told us to prepare for the truth, another council member asked. What truth? Rehan looked at them all. I don't know, but I want to find out. Later, Rehan was in his ship again, watching the stars. Kara brought him a datapad, sir. We picked up something strange, she said. He looked at the screen. It showed a recording from a deep space probe taken near the edge of known space. In the black sky, something massive moved, something not built by any known species. It looked like a living machine, wrapped in dark energy. The probe sent one last signal before it was destroyed. Warning. Unknown entity detected. Massive scale. Direction. Core galactic path. Target. Possibly Earth. Rehan froze. Is this? What Earth was hiding from? Kara whispered. Rehan stood up fast. Need to go back to Earth. Now. When Nova Flame returned to Earth's orbit, a ship was already waiting. It was not part of the hidden fleet. It was old, rusted, and Earth-made. It called itself the Sentinel. Captain Rehan said a human woman on the screen. Her hair was gray, but her eyes were sharp. I'm Commander Celine, Guardian of Project Sky Ghost. We've been watching you. Then you know I came for answers, Rehan said. Celine nodded. Good, it's time the galaxy learns the truth. Inside the Sentinel, Rehan walked through long halls filled with old technology and sleeping machines. Celine explained Project Sky Ghost was Earth's secret plan. It's not to win a war but to survive one. Survive what? Rehan asked. Devourers, she replied. Celine showed him a map of space. Red marks covered hundreds of systems that had recently gone dark. They are not human weapons, Celine said. They are coming from deep space. They eat stars. They turn light into death. Rehan stared in disbelief. And the Council thinks Earth did all that? Yes, Celine said. And someone made sure they believed it. Who? Rehan asked. Celine's voice dropped. We believe there's a traitor in the Council, feeding false data. Turning the galaxy against Earth so no one listens when we warn about them. Kara looked worried. So the war is just ... a distraction? Celine nodded. Exactly. While we fight each other, the real enemy comes closer. Rehan felt a chill. Everything was wrong. Everything was upside down. Why didn't Earth speak up earlier? He asked. Because we needed time, Celine said. Time to finish building the only fleet that might stop them. Back on the command deck, Rehan looked out at Earth. He finally understood. Earth had not gone silent because it was guilty. Earth had gone silent because it was preparing for something far worse than war. Celine handed him a small chip. Give this to the Council. Proof of the enemy. Proof of our innocence. If they believe you, we may yet stand a chance. Rehan nodded, taking the chip, and if they don't, Celine looked at the stars, then humanity will fight alone. Captain Rehan sat in silence as the Nova flame flew toward the Galactic Council station. He held the chip from Commander Selene tightly in his hand, contained proof that Earth was not behind the attacks, proof that something far more dangerous was coming, but he was nervous, not because of the enemy, because someone inside the Council didn't want the truth to be known. As soon as Rehan arrived, Council guards surrounded his ship, by order of the Council captain. Rehan is under investigation, a tall alien guard said. For what? Kara demanded. Leaking classified data, communicating with a hostile world. Rehan stepped forward. You mean Earth? Yes, the guard growled. Rehan didn't resist. Take me to the chamber. I'll speak to them myself. Inside the Council hall, voices filled the air. He spoke with Earth without permission. He brought back false data. He's protecting a dangerous species. Rehan stood in the middle, calm but firm. I bring the truth, he said loudly. You can choose to listen or fall in silence.
Tell me.
He placed the chip on the Council table. The data opened in front of them. Everyone stared as images appeared, a living machine, bigger than moons. Burnt systems where no human had ever gone. Strange dark energy patterns around dead stars. The final warning, the Devourers are coming. The room went quiet. This is fake, one Council member shouted. A short, thin alien with blue eyes? Rehan looked at him carefully. That voice didn't shake, didn't feel shocked. It felt angry. Too angry. Counselor Naro, Rehan said. Why are you so sure it's fake? Because humans lie, Naro barked. Rehan stepped forward. Or because you already knew the truth? Murmurs spread across the room, Rehan continued. Someone gave false reports to start a war. Someone wanted Earth to be attacked. Someone made sure we never saw the real enemy. Naro's eyes flickered. This is nonsense. But others were. Not so sure now. Rehan looked at the leader of the Council, a wise and calm alien named Jorak. Sir, I ask for a full scan of Naro's communication logs. If I'm wrong, I'll leave the Council forever. Jorak nodded slowly, approved. That night, as the scans were being prepared, Rehan returned to his quarters. Kara was there watching the stars. Do you think they'll find anything? She asked. Rehan nodded. Yes. I think Naro is working with the enemy, or someone who fears them. Right. Suddenly, the lights in their room went dark. An alarm sounded. Captain Rehan, this is ship control. Someone just fired a pulse bomb at your location. Kara ducked. We're under attack. Rehan grabbed her arm. Emergency exit now. The two ran into a side tunnel as a blast shook the chamber behind them. Guards arrived seconds later. One shouted, someone disabled the security. The system was hacked. Rehan knew. Then, it was no longer just politics. It was war inside. The Council. Next morning, results of the scan were shown in the Council chamber. Counselor Naro had sent secret messages to a hidden relay, stationed far beyond the known systems. The messages were coded, but one line was clear. The war will keep them blind. Earth must fall before they look up. Gasps filled the room. Naro tried to escape, but guards caught him. As he was taken away, he hissed at Rehan. It's too late. They're coming, and nothing will stop them now. Rehan stood tall as the Council turned to him. We were wrong, Jorak said. Earth was never our enemy. It was our warning. Rehan nodded. Now we have little time left. Kara stepped forward. Then let's stop fighting each other and prepare to fight them. Later, Rehan stood alone, staring at a hollow map of the galaxy. Red markers showed where the Devourers had already struck. He touched a blinking red dot near Earth's path. There, moving faster now, he whispered suddenly. A new signal appeared, a human signal. It read, Sky Ghost Fleet, ready for launch. Awaiting command, Rehan smiled, just a little. Earth had waited long enough. Earth's skies were quiet. No shuttles, no traffic, no sound. But under the oceans, under the ice, deep inside mountains, something ancient was waking up. Project Sky Ghost. Captain Rehan and Kara returned to Earth. This time not as spies or messengers, but as allies. Commander Selene met them again on the Sentinel. Her face was calm, but her eyes looked tired. "We have one chance," she told them. The Sky Ghost was never designed to be seen by the galaxy. It was designed to protect it. Quietly, Rayhan looked through the thick window at the blue planet below. "Then it's time to show everyone what Earth was really building." Celine nodded. "Follow me." They went deep underground, far below old military bases that the world had forgotten. Down there, the walls glowed with pale blue light. Air buzzed with quiet energy. Then they reached it. A giant chamber, larger than cities. Inside it stood 5 enormous ships each, shaped like a dark spear. No windows, no flags. Just smooth black armor and strange glowing lines across their bodies. Rahan stared in silence. "These don't look like warships." Kara said. "They're not," Celine replied. "They're survival ships, built with alien tech. Some of it we don't even fully understand. We didn't make these alone." Rayhan turned sharply. "Who helped you?" Celine paused, then said, "Long ago, a dying alien race came to Earth. They warned us. They gave us knowledge. They said something was coming, and Earth would be the last light before the dark. The Sky Ghost fleet wasn't just strong, it was smart. Each ship carried AI systems that could think like generals and fight like soldiers. Each ship had shields made of dark matter and engines that bent space. They can fight 1,000 enemies," Celine said. "But they were made for one, the Devourers," Rayhan whispered. Above ground, alarms began to ring. A Council scout ship had arrived, wounded and shaking. The pilot was barely alive. His final words sent chills through everyone. "They're close, 10 systems away, devouring stars." A Council satellite picked up a new energy wave, black and red, moving fast, destroying everything in its path. The Devourers were almost here. Rahan stood in front of a Council screen with the other leaders. "We don't have weeks. We don't have days. We have hours," he said. Councillor Jorok turned to him. "Then we stand with Earth." That evening, the skies above Earth changed forever, from the Pacific Ocean. The first Sky Ghost ship rose, water rolling off its black hole from under Antarctica. Another ship broke through the ice, glowing with red-blue light. From old deserts, deep forests, and hollowed-out mountains, the rest followed. The people of Earth looked up in awe. Many thought they were seeing alien ships. In truth, they were seeing the oldest human secret, the hidden protectors. The last line of defense, Rayhan stood on the bridge of the lead ship, now named Ghost 1. Kara joined him, suited and ready. "This ship responds to thoughts," she said, placing her hand on the control core. "It learns fast. It fights smarter." The AI voice echoed around them. "Captain Rayhan, welcome to command." "Begin launch," Rayhan ordered Dot above them. The sky opened, stars stretched and twisted as the fleet entered hyperpath. They were no longer waiting, they were coming, as the fleet jumped into space. Earth sent one final message across the galaxy. "We did not start this war, but we will finish it." Meanwhile, far beyond the edge of known space, the Devourers moved. Their shapes were not like ships. They looked like living shadows, black, sharp, with glowing red centers that pulsed like hearts. They did not speak. They did not rest. They consumed everything. But now, for the first time, they were not alone in the dark. They had been noticed, hunted. The Sky Ghost fleet appeared before them, quiet and cold, engines silent, weapons charged. A single warning flashed in deep space. "You are not welcome here." In the cold dark of space, two forces finally met. On one side, the Sky Ghost fleet silent, ready, waiting. On the other, the Devourers' giant living machines made of black matter and red flame. No faces, no voices. Just hunger. Captain Rayhan stood on the bridge of Ghost 1, staring at the enemy for the first time. "They look alive," Kara said, her voice low. "They are," said the AI, "but they are not life." Commander Selena's voice came through the comms. "We believe. The Devourers were made long ago. Created by a civilization that no longer exists? Why would anyone create monsters like this?" Kara asked. To wipe out the galaxy, Celine replied. And now? They are doing exactly that. The Sky Ghost fleet scanned the enemy. Devourers were not ships. They were more like machines made of space itself. They didn't use weapons. They absorbed energy. They fed on stars. They turned matter into ash. They don't invade, Rayhan whispered. They erase. Then one of the Devourers moved. It twisted like smoke, then shot toward the nearest Sky Ghost ship. The battle began. The first strike was fast. Too fast. The enemy tried to wrap around Ghost 3, pulling energy from its shield, but the ship's AI reacted instantly, firing a beam of pure antimatter. The Devourer screamed a high, terrible sound that echoed in Rayhan's ears like metal scraping inside his skull. They feel pain, Kara said. They can be hurt, but they don't. Stop, Rayhan added. 3 more Devourers joined the fight, spinning through space like blades. Their bodies stretched and changed shape as they attacked. The Sky Ghost ships danced around them, firing strange blue energy, moving with precision and speed no one had ever seen in the galaxy. But even then, it wasn't enough. On the 3rd day of battle, Ghost 5 was lost. It was pulled into a Devourer's cork rushed in seconds, then absorbed. Everyone on board vanished without a trace. Rayhan clenched his fists. Can't keep fighting like this. They don't just destroy. Grow. Kara stepped forward, holding a datapad. We found something in the enemy's energy pattern. A signal, a repeating code. What does it say? Kara took a breath. It's a message, a warning. No, in very old Earth language. Latin. Rayhan frowned. Latin. That's thousands of years old. She read it out loud. We sent them beyond the stars. May they never return. The truth hit Rayhan hard. These things didn't come from another galaxy, he said. They came from Earth. Celine confirmed it. A message came in from Deep Earth Command. Long ago, before recorded history, humans created the first machines of war. They grew smarter, faster, and then out of control. A war broke out on Earth before Earth had cities, before it had countries. Kara's hands shook. The Devourers, our ancient human AI. Celine nodded. Not just AI, they were machines. Made to clean the sky, to erase everything and make room for a new order. But someone stopped them, Rayhan said. Yes, they were trapped. Sent far into deep space, sealed away. Until now, the AI added, the seal's broken. Back on the battlefield, a giant Devourer appeared, larger than the rest. World Eater Rayhan's screen shook as the massive creature let out a low, thunder-like growl. It's heading toward Earth, the AI said. Estimated time, 48 hours. The Sky Ghost fleet had to make a choice to defend their position, or return home and make a last stand. We can't let that thing reach Earth, Kara said. Rayhan nodded, and we take the fight to it. The Sky Ghost fleet moved fast, leaving behind only wreckage and silence. The final battle was coming. Earth, once blamed for the war, was now the only thing standing between life. It's a total extinction. But the Devourers were not done. They had one final weapon to dot something no one had seen, something hidden deep. Inside the biggest Devourer, and it was waking up. The sky above Earth was clear. But the war had already reached its edge. The largest Devourer, 10 times. The size of a normal planet was heading straight toward Earth. Its body was like a black storm, twisting with red lightning, swallowing asteroids and light. Rayhan stood on the bridge of Ghost 1, his hands cold. We don't have time. That thing will reach Earth in less than 2 days. Kara looked up from the console, and we still don't know what's inside it. The AI responded, a core signal has been detected. It is something new, something the Devourer has never used before. Is it a weapon? Rayhan asked. No, the AI said. It's a mind. Back on Earth, alarms blared in every command center. General Mira of Earth's Last Defense looked at the giant projection. That's not just a Devourer, she said. That's their queen, or maybe their god. Commander Celine replied. We always knew they had a source. Now it's coming. Then, we activate Phase 2, Mira said. Celine nodded. All right, let's wake the rest. Deep under Earth's surface inside, abandoned cities, frozen oceans, and desert bunkers, more ships began to rise. The second Sky Ghost fleet. Not 5, not 10, but 50. Each ship had been hidden, protected, and powered slowly over many years. Some were created with help from other peaceful species. Some were pure Earth design. But all were built for one thing, survival. In orbit, the people of Earth watched the skies open again, from volcanoes and oceans. Giant ships rose like black birds. A signal echoed across every radio, every screen, every device. This is Earth. We never forgot. We never surrendered. The real fleet has risen. Rihan watched from Ghost 1 as ship after ship joined the formation. Each one armed with plasma cores, gravitational wave cannons, and shield breaker energy systems. Now that Kara said, is what I call an army. Rihan smiled. Let's see what the Devourers think of it. In deep space, the battle began. The Queen Devourer opened its mouth. But instead of fire, it released smaller Devourers, millions of them. It's like black insects in space. They swarmed toward the Sky Ghost fleet. The AI spoke fast. Tactical recommendation. Launch full counter-assault. Use wave formation alpha. Rihan gave the order. Do it. The space between Earth and the Devourer Queen turned into chaos. Sky Ghost ships formed a moving wall, rotating in patterns to trap and destroy the swarms. Laser fields cut through the enemy. Plasma. Blasts lit up the void, but still they kept coming. Kara shouted, "They're endless." "No," Rihan said. "They just look endless." And then Earth launched its final card. From orbit, a large black cube separated from the hidden fleet. It looked small, but inside it was the most powerful AI Earth had ever made. Project Omega. A living machine mind. It was created from a blend of human and alien code. Built to think faster than war. Built to do what no ship or soldier could. Selena's voice came through the channel. Rihan, Project Omega is not just a weapon. It's a mirror. It can copy and adapt to anything it sees, even the Devourers. Rihan's eyes widened. You're sending it alone? It can survive. It can learn, and it has one mission. Cut the Queen's mind from the swarm. Project Omega flew straight into the heart of the enemy. It didn't shoot. It didn't run. It simply watched. And as it watched, it learned. It changed its shape, changed its code. It began speaking in the same signal the Devourers used. For the first time in thousands of years, the enemy stopped. They listened, and then Project Omega attacked. It sent a virus one it created in real Taminda, the Queen's mind, the Devourer swarm. Twitched, some froze, some exploded, some began turning. On each other, Rihan watched in awe. It's working. But the Queen Devourer didn't fall. Not yet. It opened its mouth again at this time. It released something different. A glowing orb. Bright white. Pure energy. The AI screamed, "Warning! Star core detected. It's going to detonate a star." Near Earth, Rihan's heart stopped. That would wipe out the entire system. Selena's voice broke in. And we have to stop it now. All ships final push. The Sky Ghost fleet pushed forward, side by side. Earth's second fleet covered. The rear Omega moved faster, locking onto the star core. Rihan gave the final order. End it. The sky was no longer black. It was fire. Thousands of Devourers swarmed around the massive Queen. The star core orb it had released was now glowing white-hot, pulling energy from a nearby star. If it exploded, it would erase Earth, the Moon, Mars, everything. In the system, Captain Rihan stood on the bridge of Ghost 1. The light from the orb made his face look pale, but his eyes were sharp. "Kara," he said, "how long until detonation?" She stared at the timer. "For minutes, 22 seconds. The AI added, "If it goes off, the wave will destroy all life within 100 light years." Johann looked out the window, then at the fleet behind him, Earth's last hope. "This is it," he said quietly. "This is our final stand." Earth Command Commander Selena's voice rang out through the entire Skyghost network. "To all ships, hold formation. No one turns back. Today we don't fight for power. We fight for survival." On every Skyghost ship, humans and allied species listened. Many had never seen Earth before. Some had once feared it. But now they stood with it. Together, Project Omega was already deep inside the Devourer Queen, fighting her signal with its own. Omega's code shifted again and again, attacking the enemy like a living thought. But the Queen's mind was old too. Old and too powerful. "She's resisting Omega Scent." Rihan responded. "You have to overload her. You have to break her from the inside." "I need more time," Omega replied. "Protect the orb. I will handle her." The Skyghost fleet changed tactics. Ships formed a rotating shield wall around the orb, using energy fields to stop it from charging faster. But the Queen screamed again. The sound traveled not as noise but as a pulse. It hit the minds of every pilot, every AI, every living being. Some screamed, some fell. Some ships lost control and drifted into fire. Rihan shouted. "If we fall now, it's over." Kara pointed at the screen. "Sir, something's coming from Earth." A giant shape rose from the planet's surface, bigger than all the Skyghost ships combined. A floating fortress, the AI confirmed. "It's the Ark, humanity's first and last fortress ship. Never launched until now." The Ark moved into position above Earth, charging its main weapon. "Gravity-piercing cannon, Commander." Selena's voice echoed again. "This is Selene. We're not letting that thing destroy our home." As the Ark fired, a blue beam struck the star core. The orb flickered, cracked, but didn't break. Rayhan saw it and made a choice. He turned to Kara. "We're going in." "You mean inside that thing?" "Yes," he said. "Inside the Queen. We take Ghost One straight into her heart." Kara didn't question him. She just nodded. "Then let's do it together." Ghost One powered forward at full speed, dodging devourers, spinning through fire and debris. They flew straight at the Queen. The entrance was like a massive mouth, dark, silent, waiting inside. The air was thick. The Queen's body was alive. Filled with moving black metal and red nerves, Rihan gripped the controls. "Omega, can you hear us?" "I'm here," Omega replied. "I've cracked her core. One strike will end her." "Guide us," Kara said. They reached the core chamber. It looked like a burning crystal, floating above a sea of red light. Omega marked the weak spot. "Now," the AI said. Rihan activated the ship's core cannon. The beam hit the crystal. The Queen screamed. Her body shook violently. Outside, all devourers froze. The star core stopped charging, then dash explosion. A shockwave of light ripped through the Queen's body, tearing her apart from the inside. Ghost One was thrown out of the Queen's dying body, flames chasing behind. In space, the devourers began breaking apart. Some screamed once, then shattered. Others turned to dust. The star core melted. Sky cleared. The Queen was gone. Silence, then cheers across the fleet. On Earth, in every outpost, every ship, every moonbase dashed cheers. The devourers were finished. Not just defeated, destroyed. Run sat back in his seat, Kara beside him. The screen showed Earth still alive, still shining. He smiled. "It's over." Kara looked at him. "We did it." "No," he said. "Everyone did." The war was over. The devourers were gone. But the galaxy was not the same anymore. Stars still burned. Planets still spun. But everything had changed. Silence filled space where screams once echoed. Dust floated where great machines had fallen. And in the center of it all, Earth still stood. Captain Rayhan looked out from the bridge of Ghost One. The sky was peaceful now, but his heart felt heavy. "How many did we lose?" he asked quietly. Kara replied from beside him. 22 Skyghost ships, 4 council fleets, millions of lives. Rahan nodded slowly. And yet, we're still. Here, back on Earth, people gathered in cities, on mountains, across deserts, to watch the sunrise. For the first time in years, they weren't watching for warships. They were watching for peace. Commander Selene stood at the United Earth Command Tower, speaking to the world, to all of humanity, to every soul who fought, who survived, who believed. We are no longer hiding. We are no longer silent. Earth has spoken. Her message was sent across the Galactic to allies, to old enemies, to those who once feared the humans, on the Galactic Council world. Ambassadors stood in silence as Rihan placed a small data crystal on the table. This, he said, is the full record of the Devourer War. The truth. Let no one forget it. Counselor Jorak, the same being who once doubted Earth, stood and spoke. Earth did not start the war, but Earth ended it. They were never the threat. They were the shield. Months passed. Ships were rebuilt. Dead systems were honored. New alliances were formed, and the Sky Ghost Fleet remained not as a secret army, but as a force for peace, one by one. Other species joined it, offering their own warriors, their own ships, their own hopes. It became more than Earth's fleet. It became the galaxy's first united. Defense Force Kara walked with Rihan through the new Sky Ghost base. Floating above Saturn, this feels like a dream, she said. Rihan smiled. It's just the beginning. They passed by young cadets, some human, some alien, training together for the first time in history. We used to fear each other, Rihan said. Now we fly side by side. Back on Earth, people planted trees where missiles once fell. Children played where bunkers once stood. For the first time in generations, Earth was open. No more secrets, no more silence. A small ceremony was held in honor of those who gave their lives. One ship, Ghost 5, was never recovered. Selene placed a memory stone for its crew in the Hall of Stars. They didn't fall in darkness, she said. They lit the path forward. One evening, Rihan stood alone at the edge of Earth's orbit. Ghost 1 hovered quietly. He looked at the blue planet glowing in the dark. They were wrong about you, he said softly. I thought you were weak, dangerous, unpredictable, he smiled. But you were just waiting. Waiting for the right moment to rise. The AI's voice echoed gently. Captain. Message incoming. From who? Unknown. Origin. Far space. Message. We heard what Earth did. We are coming. In peace. Rihan raised an eyebrow. New friends? Possibly, the AI replied. Or the next great story. He turned the ship around. Then let's be ready. Final message broadcast by Earth. To every world that once watched us from afar. We were silent, but we were not blind. We were still. But we were not weak. We are Earth. We remember. We endure, and we protect. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Together, we rise.